Welcome back to Let's Be Friends Again, the channel where a monotone computer voice drones at you about managing software engineers. Anyway, managing a team in any field isn't easy. Since I've made the switch, there have been times where I've questioned my decision to become a manager and considered going back to coding full-time. But even though there have been and will continue to be difficult moments, I find my current job to be more rewarding in many ways. I will cover the difficult parts of management in a future video, but today is about happy things. Let's talk about my favorite aspects of being an engineering manager. Hypnotizing, isn't it? Before we start, I want to mention quickly that I'm not an expert on management. I'm just someone who's been doing it a couple years and likes talking about it. For me, the most gratifying part of being a manager is the relationships I've built with the engineers on my team. I know that's sappy, but it's true. My team is the main motivating factor in my work and a big reason I continue to stay at my company. Also, money doesn't hurt. There's currently a decent amount of trust engendered between myself and each engineer on my team. But it wasn't quick or easy to get to this point. The biggest factors in building up that trust were consistency and lots of time. Every day, I tried to show them the following. That I had their best interests at heart and had their back. That I trusted them to do good work by giving them space and autonomy. That I was fair and equitable across the team. And lastly, that their opinions mattered. I've stumbled in those things plenty of times, but would always learn from it and try to do better. I'm happy that I've gained trust with the team, but I recognize that it's not bulletproof and it'll be continuous work on both sides to maintain a healthy working relationship. It's not unlike a personal relationship, except that I actually put effort into the work once. Just kidding, babe. I love you and don't leave me. Another fulfilling part of managing is getting to be a positive influence on someone else's growth and development in their career. Every engineer has a different idea of what growth means for them. For some, their goals are to become a stronger software engineer and increase their technical knowledge and skill. There's a ton of variance even within this goal. They may want to gain a wider breadth of knowledge across more languages and frameworks, or they'd like to hone in on developing an in-depth expertise on specific technologies. You're gonna ace that test, kid. For other people, their goals could be getting promoted and making a higher salary. Get that bread. Is that still a cool thing to say? I totally get youth culture. Growth can also look like increased scope of responsibility. Becoming a technical leader and mentor on their team. Gaining more understanding about the business. Or wanting to become a manager themselves. Whatever growth looks like to each person on my team, I work with them individually to define it. Once I know what they want to accomplish, I try to pave the path toward those goals. I do that by continually keeping my eye out for opportunities that fit them. Examples can be putting the engineer on a project with a framework they want to improve in, or delegating more project management responsibilities if they're interested in becoming a manager. The key is to check in with them repeatedly over time to make sure they don't feel like they're treading water and are always moving forward in some way. Similar to building trust, growth for engineers doesn't happen overnight. But I look back at the amazing things they've accomplished that would have been difficult for them a year ago, and it's incredibly satisfying. And then I completely take credit for their work. The last piece I'll cover today is that as a manager, I have the ability to positively impact team culture. Keeping a team together, productive, and happy is really challenging, since people can be more complex than software, and there are many interesting problems to solve. People spend such a large part of their life at work. If I'm able to improve someone's work life and create a space where they enjoy what they do and like the people they work with, that's meaningful to me. Some ways I build culture are setting up team structures, where people have the opportunity to mentor others as well as be mentored themselves. Encourage a lot of pair programming and create venues for engineers to learn from each other. And plan frequent social activities I think they actually want to attend. This may not actually be the case. I also appreciate that as a manager I'm more able to promote areas I care about, like better diversity in hiring and ensuring everyone feels included. So there you have it. Those are the things I enjoy the most about managing a team. As I continue in my career, I'm sure I'll come across new rewarding aspects I don't yet know about. When your job is focused on people, there's naturally going to be a lot of humanity and kinship that comes with it. And that makes the hard parts all worth it. Also, money doesn't hurt.